It looks like Chris is going to be the first one up over there.
Yeah, I'm going to go over there with him.
Okay. Okay, so we're getting ready to get started here. Can everyone hear me okay? All right. Jamie, can you hear me? Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is we got matches going on in 2 gyms, and I'll be going back and forth between those. On mat 2, we'll have Landon Starnes wrestling. Mat 2, that stream will be on the link, the Western Albemarle link that I provided on our team main page. So you'll be able to see Landon's match on that one. Chris Shawstall is going to be wrestling first over here on mat 3, which is in the auxiliary gym. Can someone chime in, let me know if you can hear me okay? I'm using a new headset today. I want to make sure that it's coming through okay. Kari, can you hear me okay? Yeah. Okay. Told me not to tie up with that. Okay, can you guys hear me okay? I haven't seen anyone post a reply yet, whether or not you can hear me on this. Okay, so come up on main gym on mat 2, we got Landon Starnes. Mat 3 on auxiliary gym, we got Chris Schaafstall. Chris Schaafstall's taking on Ashton Mitchell of Fort Defiance. Winner of this match will move on to the semifinals. All right, Schaafstall in deep double leg, opponent's on his back, and back points, and go out of bounds. We got 2 points for a takedown. So we got 2 for a takedown, no back points on that, Cleveland out of bounds. All right, Schaafstall's running a half. Coming underneath the belly, got his opponent on his back, settling in. And gets the fall in 19 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna head back over now to the main gym and see if we're able to catch some of the matches there. I know they're doing the stream on the school system. Chris, go sign your sheet.
I tried. He just wanted to put the
Yeah. All right, so one of the things they're doing today, even though they set the tournament up on track wrestling, they are not keeping the bouts live on track because of the potential issue with what might be going on with the power and the internet connections.
No, get your weight on top of his head. Get your weight on top of his head. And straighten your leg out. Straighten your leg. Straighten your leg. Get high. Get your head up. Get your head up. Power half. Power half.
Okay, Starnes on top. He's riding the legs.
Landon, push your head away. Get on top of him.
Trying for a power half.
Get on top of him. Now get your right
Got a
leg
solid
out.
leg ride going.
No, get up. Get up there. Get up in there. Shake. Go forward.
And into a neutral position. Starnes is up 6-1 at this point with 1:10 left in the match, left in the period.
Keep moving. Slow. Go ahead.
Push his hips.
Leg back.
Get your leg back.
No, don't do that.
Starnes trying to scoot
Don't
around.
do that.
He's getting high, leaving a wild position here.
Landon, raise up. Get Landon, let go of that. Landon, come on. Landon, get your head up. Get your head up. Now, slide back. Let's do. Get up in there. Get your hips up.
Starnes is really high here. All right, referee calls stalemate. Come back to a standing position. Got 25 seconds to go in the period. Starnes is up 6-1.
Hey, just move your feet. Come on, just move your feet. Move. Come on, move. Keep moving.
Let's go.
Keep moving.
We gotta go.
Move your feet.
Starnes defending, spits around behind, gets 2 points for a takedown. He's up
Don't put legs in. Don't put legs in.
Scoot, man.
2,
Whip the head.
and Starnes wins the match 8-1. They'll advance to the semis. Okay, there's one thing I see at the tournament today. There are some counties that are requiring masks, so you're going to see some of the wrestlers actually wearing masks when they're out on the mat, potentially going against an opponent that is not wearing masks. Okay, so it looks like the next wrestler we're going to have up, we'll have Danny Hudson come up on that one here. He bouts out, followed by him. We'll have Stevie Wood down that two to be the main gym. At 52, Jordan Scott on that two in the main gym. At 60, Johnny Thompson will be in the main gym on that one. At 70, we'll have Tucker Shopstall on that two main gym. 82. Thomas Murphy has a bye, his first bout. He won't wrestle for the semifinals. And 195, Caleb Davison is going to receive a forfeit. His opponent didn't make weight. He won't wrestle first match until semifinals. At 220, we'll have Carson Meadows. He'll be in mat 3 in the auxiliary gym. So I'll get over there for that. And the last wrestler in that in round 1 will be Gavin Womack. He will be receiving a forfeit. He won't wrestle until the semifinals, as will his opponent at that point, which will be Cameron Sprouse. Wilson Memorial. He also is receiving a forfeit in the first round. A couple guys out of whatever reason they potential tournament today. Alright, so I'm going to head up top here so I can get a little better view of what's going on. Put your mask up. Alright, so just like last week, between every match, they are going to be disinfecting the mat. Alright, so it looks like for whatever reason I'm not able to see anyone's comments. So if anyone wants to shoot me a comment about anything, you're gonna have to text it to me. It'll briefly show up on my screen, and then I'll hopefully be able to see that. Now, just a reminder, our periods are going to be 1, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, which will be the same regardless of whether we are in the championship side of the bracket or in the consolation side of the bracket. Periods are going to be the same. We'll have 2 wrestlers from each weight class qualify for the state tournament. Any wrestler that loses in the earlier rounds can come back through wrestlebacks. And if they take 3rd place and they haven't previously wrestled the wrestler that takes 2nd place, they can have a match with that wrestler to decide true second. Now, if the wrestler who takes second has previously beaten the wrestler who took third, they are not allowed to challenge. The third place is not allowed to challenge in that instance for a match with that person because they've already wrestled and lost to them. So we'll likely see some of that today. Friday, I was watching one of the other regionals, and there was a wrestler that lost in the first round, and he won his way through wrestlebacks, took third place, and ended up beating the wrestler that lost in the finals to take a true second and qualify for state. So it's possible to come out and get that done. All right, in this early round, basically what they did with our two sectionals, if you took first place in your section, you're wrestling a person that took fourth in theirs. If you took second, you're wrestling a 3. And then, of course, the inverse of that, if you took third place, you're wrestling a number 2 guy from their sectional. And if you took fourth, you wrestle number 1. So some of these early matches, you're going to see it's going to take more time to disinfect the mats than what they're going to actually spend on mat time going through and wrestling. Should see a pretty good team competition today, based on the number of wrestlers that teams have. Looks like our 4 favorites. We got Flavania. I believe it has 10 or 11 guys. We got Rockridge, same thing, 10 or 11. I think we got Wilson Memorial. I think they got a full lineup. I think they're looking at 14 guys. And we got Liberty Christian that has 11 guys in the lineup. So it should be a pretty decent team race. Of course, you got more wrestlers on the mat. It gives you more opportunities to score and get team points. So it's going to come down to a lot of who's winning, who's getting first over second, who's getting third over fourth, and then, of course, who's getting bonus points. In tournament format, you get points for advancing. So if you win your match, you get 2 points. And the championship side of the bracket, win by a major, I believe you get, I think it's an additional 1 point. It could just be a half. I think it's 1. If you get a tech fall, I believe you're at 1.5. And if you pin your person, you get 2 bonus points on there. And then you get placement points as well, whether you got first, second, third, or fourth. So everything's wide open at this point. I'm going to go back over to mat 2, because it looks like we have a Brookville wrestler coming up on that. I'm not sure what the weight class is, but some of y'all might know this local fella. Brookville wrestler fighting off back here on mat 2. And Brookville wrestler lost by fall. Just like his opponent was from Broadway High School. This Broadway wrestler had a mask on, slipped down during the course of his bout. I saw him pulling that back up at the end of the bout and scored away. The wrestlers are required to have their mask on immediately after coming off the mat. So they should be having those mat side. Paul. No, that wasn't Drew Turner. So he was wrestling, Brookville Wrestler was wrestling someone from Broadway. And I was told that Drew Turner pinned his opponent. Got another Brookville wrestler over here. Looks like this might be Thomas Bush wrestling over here. Got the video on right now from Brookville. Actually, no, I think that was Thomas Bush just got pinned. This is Addison Smiley from Brookville wrestling Ty Thornton from Fort Defiance. Looks like there are two girl wrestlers wrestling here today. We've got a young lady from Savannah County, and then one from Turner Ashby as well. A couple of the lighter weight classes. Recognize a couple of them from last year. Turner Ashby wrestled one by fall over on that too. Okay, over on that one, we got Danny Hudson from Woodley Christian going up against Brian Habel from Wilson Memorial. Danny took fourth place last weekend. His sectional, Habel got first in his. Habel went on a quick ankle pick. Working his way up, gets 2 points for a takedown. Hudson's working the base up. Habel's looking for a far side cradle. Can't quite lock that up. Controlling the leg. Drop it down. Hudson gets out for a 1 point escape. Scores 2-1 in favor of Wilson Memorial. And we got another ankle pick. Hudson's whizzing. It's thrown to his back. He's in a half position. He's going to fight off. Maybe 2 points for takedown, and the Wilson Memorial wrestler reported to fall. All right, so even though Dan lost that one, he's going to be working his way back through the wrestlebacks. So he'll still have an opportunity to come back and work his way towards that third place bout. And if successful there, may have an opportunity to challenge for second. Looks like our next wrestler is going to be Stevie Wood. Stevie's going to be coming up on mat 2. So we got one bout in front of him, and he'll be ready to go. Stevie's been having a real successful year. I believe he is 15-1 at this point. Lost his first match of the season, won his last 15, so he's been doing really well. Get some quality work done in the wrestling room. I'm going to complete the brackets off the track. Wrestling says Stevie is 11-1. That was prior to last week's bouts, so his record's improved quite a bit since then. He's got a few more notches on his belt. The rest of our wrestlers, until we get to 220, are going to be in the main gym here. Person's going to be on mat 3 once his bout comes up, and we'll show you that back there and get that one videoed for you. All right, well, this bout here is finishing up. Coming back over to mat number 1. We have one of our Brookville wrestlers engaged over there. I believe this is Quintavious Harris from Brookville. He's got his wrestler on his back looking for the ball. Tighten things up, got short time though. And time expires. So we got 3 bad points. Looks like he's up 5-0 going into the second period. Quintavious been having a real nice year. He stayed qualified from last year. And rolling through most of his season. So he's going to be taking the top position here. That's the, there we go. Let's turn actually rest of this turn around going the right way. So just a reminder, I've been told the logo can hear me okay, but I'm not seeing anyone's comments. For some reason that's not coming up on my feed. Looks like Quintavious left his opponent up, so 5-1 over there. It's kind of fun seeing some of our local competitors. A lot of our guys in our Lynchburg area are real familiar with each other, often wrestle each other, work out with each other during the club season. Things you might also be noticing today is that all of our mats have 2 officials on them. So you've got the main official, and you have an assistant that's observing on each mat. From time to time, you might see them converse with one another. Just another set of eyes making sure they're getting all the calls right. Looks like Contavious got near side cradle on. Looking to turn his Turner Ashby opponent to his back. Oh, he's getting good back point. This should be a fall. Oh, comes back off. Still in good position. Referee's holding 2 back points as long as he keeps that cradle locked up. He won't give those, but he can turn them back over, try and get a 5 count. If it's a 5 count, he get that 3rd near fall point. All right, so he got his back points, 2 back points. He gets his opponent 1 point escape. Gets 2 more points for a takedown. Got the far side cradle locked up and ran out of time on that one. And so he's picking neutral. You're going to hear me mention 3 different types of cradles that guys will normally use. Use a near side cradle, far side cradle, and a cross face cradle. And each of those, you just have slightly different arm, leg hookups that you get with. All very effective. Sometimes it's that takeover the opponent's giving you. Contavious is in really good control over here. He's been taking his opponent down and turning him pretty much at will. The only points that he's had scored on here are escape points, which he's basically just letting his opponent come up. Sometimes you're going to trade 1 point or to get 2 points. That's what he's been doing. He's going to go ahead and lock that cradle up again. And he secures the fall. Okay, we're going over here to mat 2. They just finish up the bout. They're going to be cleaning the mat. Oh, looks like I'm starting to see the comments now. Ooh, pretty good. Heather, can you comment or text me and let me know if you're hearing the sound okay on this? Looks like Kimberly Boxley asked who's streaming on mat 3. All right, Jeremy, you can hear it. Cool, thank you. Hey, hon, glad to hear it. Hope the stream keeps coming through for you. On mat 3, when we have one of our LCA wrestlers come up over there, I'll be going over there to stream on mat 3. Otherwise, Western Albemarle only has streaming set up on mats 1 and 2. All right, looks like we got one more mat ahead of Stevie Wood. We'll be coming up on that. Looks like we got one of our heritage wrestlers in the white and orange out here. Trying to show which team he's wrestling there. The white, black, and purple. So the way they're going to be doing all the matches today, so majority of this first round is on mats 1 and 2, which is the main gym. The semifinals, and then the first and second and the third and fourth place matches will all take place on mats 1 and 2. Some of the consolation round matches, those will be taking place on mat 3. All right, so I've got Pete from PA watching with Brian and Chris Davidson today. Glad he can join us, one of Caleb's cousins. It's always fun when we get some people from different spots joining us. We got some Toby's and Chris's relatives, cousins up in, or I guess his uncle, up in Wisconsin. And then their Neymar from California, joining us up there too. Oh, looks like we have one of the Bingham clan joining us today. So glad to see y'all coming out, checking things, see how other wrestlers are doing. So we should have a lot of good matches going on today. Most of the matches are going to be taking place in the main gym. Unfortunately, there's going to be some in the auxiliary gym on mat 3. So we have one of our heritage wrestlers fighting it off his back. Getting really close to getting pinned here. And there we got the fall. Okay, so we got Stevie Wood, freshman from LCA, going to be next up on the mat. So Stevie's ready to get out there. Fortunately, they got to clean, disinfect the mats before he's able to do so. So there should be lots of exciting matches going on today. So we got, unfortunately, only top 2 wrestlers in each weight class are going to be going to states. And in some of our weight classes, we got 3 or 4 state level guys. And so some of our state level, possibly state ranked guys are going to be staying home this year, unfortunately. So as they're only taking the top 2 in each weight class, or from each region, they only have 8-man brackets of states, as opposed to the typical 16, which they normally have. All right, looks like the mat is just about done. Whatever they're spraying on seems to dry pretty quick. So we got Stevie Wood from LCA taking on Caleb Mullen from Wilson Memorial. Caleb is also a 9th grader. Don't have anything on his record. Unfortunately, some of the teams didn't post those on there. And here we go. And Wilson Memorial wrestling on a shot. Woods defending. Got a front head and arm. He's spinning around. He gets his 2 points for a takedown. Looks like he's going for far side cradle. He's rocking his opponent back. Referee's starting to count those back points. Okay, he's got a 2 count. All right, coach is calling him to put his knee in the side. Knee in the side helps the opposing wrestler's shoulders go down to the mat. He's got a nice lock in here. Wilson Memorial wrestler fighting. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Looks like we had lost connection. So he's working to turn his opponent to his back. Time runs out before he's able to get any additional back points. Looks like Stevie is up. I believe he's up 5-0. Fortunately, from my vantage point here, I cannot see the scoreboard. And Wilson Memorial wrestler attempting to stand up. Steve breaks him down. He's got legs in. He's working up top, come across the face, trying to get his opponent to turn towards his back. All right, he's getting wrist control. So he's got Blair right in. He's walking around, trying to get him turned over. And there we go. We got some back exposure taking place. Wilson wrestlers not in danger of getting pinned here. Oh, now he tightens it up and he records the fall. Right. Good job, Stevie. Gets the fall. He's on his way into the semifinals. Good job, Stevie. All right, looks like Jordan Scott is going to be our next wrestler for LCA. Jordan's going to be wrestling on mat 2. He's going to be taking on Eldon Dory, looks like, from Rockbridge County.
Does that say what mat they're on?
Yeah, I have them on here. You gotta buy the first round.
I know, I'm trying to see what mat they're on. Mat 1.
Yeah. The video feed cut out a little bit at one point, but we have most of it on there. Yeah. Looks like Jordan is up next. Yeah, unfortunately they're not. Well, it looks like they are plugging in the results into track, but certainly not the live feed that you normally get from track where you're able to kind of see the scoring as the match goes on. Once the matches are done, so they're bringing the bout sheets to the head table, which we're doing right here. And then that fellow is plugging the bouts into track wrestling, and we'll be able to see the results on there. But that's going to be probably delayed 15 to 30 minutes, I imagine. Time the bout's done till they get it up there. All right. Got Jordan taking the mat. Wrestling Eldon Dory from Rockbridge County. Both these guys are juniors. And Jordan's been having a really solid season. Guys are working hard on their feet, trying to get that inside tie position, trying to get hand control. One of the things you're going to see the Rockbridge County wrestlers do, they do like to do it's called a Russian 2-on-1. So from standing position, they'll get a hold of one of their opponent's arms, kind of hug it to the chest. They got their 2 arms on the opponent's one. That's the name there. Short time. time to time, you'll see somebody come on the mat, stand behind the referee, or holding a towel in their hand. They're called a tapper, and they'll come out and they will tap on the back of the referee when time expires to let them know what's going on. Looks like Jordan's taking the bottom position here. That way the referee's able to focus on the wrestlers and doesn't have to look at the scoreboard. All right, top man was called for a caution. His far foot, his right foot, needs to be behind the opponent. Can't be covering the opponent's back. And they're gone. All right, Jordan's in a sit-out position. He's trying to turn. Rockbridge County follows him behind. Jordan's doing a good job defending. Rockbridge County wrestler trying to lift the leg up, possibly going for a turret. Jordan's, you saw him hipping down pretty hard there. He's in a tripod position. That's a knee slide. Trying to come to a standing position. Working to get hand control now. If he gets hand control, he's got to turn in hard. Try to get 1 point for escape. He's real close there on the side of the mat. And unfortunately, the Rockbridge wrestler takes him out of bounds. He's going to call for caution again, where his foot is. All right, so Green got called for caution again. He is just not lining up correctly. You know, part of that, I don't know how many years experience he has. It could be, you know, Rockbridge has just been back on the mat the last couple of weeks. They haven't had a whole lot of mat time this season. So it looks like he's working on 2 cautions. And if he would get a 3rd caution in this match, I believe that'd be a mat point. And Jordan's working hard here, gets a leg, he's coming around. He wants to try to step over that leg. He's into a double leg position. He's cut back across. He's a knee slide to step through. And he covers the hips. He gets 2 points for a reversal. All right, Jordan's still between the legs. He's in a Turk position. And he has his leg hooked on one of his opponent's legs. He's going to try to do a claw, and he just lost that Turk position. Jordan has a real nice ride going here. He's getting control of his opponent's hands. A lot of work going on underneath here. You just can't see real well on the mat. These guys are working very hard for position. Jordan has the Rockbridge County wrestler bellied out. And the Rockbridge wrestler just got called for stalling. First time you get a stalling call, it's just a warning. Second time, it'll be a point. Rockbridge has a choice of position. His choice is top, bottom, or neutral. He goes ahead and picks neutral, which means they'll start out in a standing position because he feels a little more confident in trying to get a takedown here as opposed to going back there underneath Scott. Rockbridge in on a shot. Scott's able to get his hips out. He's working on trying to come behind. He's getting a near ankle. He's going for that near ankle. He's in good position here. He just needs to clear that arm. And he's coming around behind. He steps over that leg and he gets 2 points for a takedown. And Scott's going back to work here on top. He's keeping it real heavy on the hips. Sometimes the wrestlers are in this top-bottom position. Sometimes it looks like a wrestler just lay it on top of the other one. A lot of times, kind of finer points. You see them driving their toes in, putting a lot of pressure in on their opponent. You know, when they start driving in with their toes, essentially they're doubling or tripling the amount of weight that feels like it's on their opponent's back. They also squeeze them with the legs and hips, keeping them tight in the position. So lots of energy being expended during these top-bottom positions. Jordan's working to get wrist control. The bottom guy might get called for stalling again here because he's not really doing a whole lot. He's not trying to improve his position. Looks like he's really just trying to avoid getting turned at this point. And looks like Scott has a Turk in. He's going to be coming across the face here. And referee's counting. Oh, he just got one swipe there. You need 2 or more for back points. There we go. Oh, time ran out. But Jordan Scott gets the victory.
Let's go do it again, Jordan. Oh, you already went.
Looks like our next wrestler for LCA is going to be Johnny Thompson. Johnny's going to be coming up over on mat 1. Got one match ahead of them that they're finishing up. We got Johnny the Flair Thompson. Yeah, absolutely, Paul. I think another 5 seconds he would have got the fall on that one. He had him in a very flat-looking position. All right, so like I said a little bit ago, I am starting to get the updates. Whatever y'all are typing in, I'm starting to be able to see on the screen now, so that's helpful. Hopefully everyone's internet is working well today. I know at our house we had some internet issues. Internet needs to keep working. Signal strength on our cellular data needs to keep working. We go through the tournament today. All right, so we got Johnny Thompson's going to be up next on mat 1. And then after him, we will have Toby Schofstall come up on mat 2. So Thomas Murphy gets a bye the first round. Caleb Davison gets a forfeit the first round. Carson Meadows will be coming up on mat 3 at 220. And Gavin Womack at 285 will be getting a forfeit the first round as well. So a bunch of these weight classes, they did have somebody in them initially, but for whatever reason, either the individual is sick, they got COVID, contact traced, or for whatever reason they weren't able to come here or make weight or skin checks didn't work out. They're not able to wrestle today. I'm going to swing over here on mat 2. We got another local wrestler here. We got Pate Pierce from Heritage High School. He's going up against his opponent from Rockbridge. Now this Rockbridge wrestler, he's the defending state champ, Seth Youngblood. So he got a takedown, got some back points, released his guy back up. He's working that Russian 2-on-1 there. Looks like a little throw by. Throws his opponent right down to his back. Pate's in a real tough position here. He's trying to bridge off hard. And Youngblood gets the fall. So it looks like our next wrestler on mat 2. Mat 2 is actually caught up. They're a little bit ahead of mat 1. Next wrestler on mat 2 is going to be Toby Schofstall. Thanks, Jamie. I know. Meadows asking will we get 16 points for each of those forfeits. Now, we won't get 16 points because the way they score things in tournaments are a little bit different. You'll get 2 points for advancement. You'll get 2 bonus points. So you should get 4 points for each one of those matches. A forfeit is a little bit different than a bye. So if a match was listed as a bye, there's going to be no points awarded for that. But if it's a forfeit, that means they had a wrestler that was set in those weight classes, but for whatever reason that wrestler was unable to compete today, and they had like until yesterday or Friday at noon to pull any wrestlers out that were still in the system, which would have been making them buys instead of forfeits. All right, so we got Toby Shopstall coming out here on mat 2. He is going up against Aiden Weimer of Broadway. All right, looks like Toby's going to be in the red. Aiden's going to be in the green. And I'm going to have to pan out here, it looks like. We're going to have 2 guys on the mat at the same time, potentially. Depends on how long it takes mat 1 to dry. Here we got Toby Shopstall, 170. Toby's 14-0 in the season. He's a regional champion from last year. His weight class actually has 3 regional champs in it from last year. Toby's at 152, the regional champ from 160. Oh, potentially dangerous there. Good call by the referee. And then we had a regional champion from 182 from last year. So one of those defending regional champs will not be able to move on to the state tournament. Oh, that was a really nice move. Yeah, with the fall. Toby's been hitting that move in practice from time to time. You just saw, he got a big smile out there. You just saw a standing cradle, which, as some of our wrestlers, if you hear them, they said that was sick. Yes. Standing cradle puts you in a little bit of danger. It's not something I'd probably want to do against a top flight wrestler, but he felt confident he'd get that today. As something he's definitely done in practice several times the last few weeks. All right, now we got Johnny Thompson over here going up against a Wilson Memorial wrestler. Johnny's gave up 2 points for a takedown. All right, Johnny's got back to his base. And it looks like it's 2-0 going into the second period. I don't know if you can tell or not, but Johnny has tape around his top of his wrestling shoes. That's just to reinforce, to make sure his shoes don't come untied during a match. If shoes come untied or a referee has to tie them during the match, that's a 1-point penalty. All right, Johnny took down. Wilson Memorial stood him up, so that gave Johnny 1 point. It's 2-1 for Wilson Memorial at this point here. All right, they're still working hard from standing position. And Wilson Memorial got 2 more points for a takedown. Right on the edge of the mat. Action keeps going. Oh, Jamie, you're right. That would be fun to watch on replay. But the nice thing is, with our online streaming, you'll be able to watch that again and again. That should stay on our match for quite some time. All right, Wilson Memorial with a half. Johnny fighting off his back. And Wilson Memorial wrestler records the fall. So in the second period. And Johnny's still alive in wrestlebacks. Johnny will actually get by his first round of wrestlebacks. So he doesn't have anyone on the other side of the bracket. Hey Stevie, can you do me a favor and run over to mat 3 and see who's up over there? I'll make sure I don't miss the match on that. So come up the next. We don't have any LCA wrestlers up here next. I'm going to keep showing Mat 1. Now this is Chase Wilson from Wilson Memorial against Tommy Hunt. Chase says he's a returning regional champion from last year. Took 4th place at 182 at States. That's likely who Toby's going to get. Toby's going to get the winner of this bout in his next match. Whoa, lots of action going there. Brookville wrestler not giving up anything easy. Well, way down.
Carson's up in like
5? Okay. All right, looks like Wilson Moore gets a takedown there. The referee kind of 2 really fast back points. Wilson Moore is looking, kind of looks like he's looking for a cradle, but he has things locked up wrong for that. Yeah, Toby gets the winner for that match. All right, looks like that first period ends over there. Wilson Memorial winning 4-0 at this point. Four nothing. Yeah. All right, so it's like Wilson Memorial wrestler is going to choose. So he chose neutral. Okay, I thought he was taking top. He's choosing neutral. And typically what you see him do, hit that high crotch a lot. Where he shoots in, attacking his opponent's towards his opponent's left, or his left, his opponent's right. Real strong kid. Last year at 182, he wrestled Caleb Davison from LCA in the regional finals, where Wilson won 12-5. Nothing yet. Tommy Hunt for Brookville's wrestling pretty hard here. He's giving Wilson a lot more of a match than I thought he would. And Wilson Moore with takedown. He's getting back points. Hunt fighting off his back. Oh, he's in a bad position. He got stacked up, and Wilson Moore reported the fall. We got no matches at 82, no matches at 95. So what I'm gonna do, I might head over to mat 3 because I don't want to miss Carson Meadows' match over there. Check out mat 3, see what's going on. I see my sister Vicky Luckenball is tuning in from up in Pennsylvania. Good to see a couple of her nephews wrestle today. All right, Carson Meadows getting warmed up. Getting ready to get it done back here in the back room. Yeah, I think so, Paul. It's going to come down to those placements. We got a lot of guys that could make a real run at making the state tournament here. So, absolutely, I think we're going to be in the thick of it all day here. The only thing it's going to come down to those bonus points. And if they're able to capitalize on some of those. Yeah. What's that mean? He's in a hole. So we've got the wrestlers that are currently wrestling. The next two wrestlers are pulled on deck. The next two wrestlers from there are pulled in the hole. So this match is one more before the person comes up. Yeah, this is 182. We've got Jacob Campbell from Rockbridge, Chris Stone from Heritage. Hustling back to the center of the mat. He's ready to go. There he gets a shot. Gets blocked. Third period of this bout to make 23 goals. A little bit slow getting up and come back to center of the match. Rockbridge guys hustling in there, trying to push the pace. Anytime a wrestler is really hustling to get back to center of the match, it kind of tells me he feels like he's in better condition. He wants to keep this match going. Harry's wrestler just got hit for a stalling call. That's his first stalling call. Next one will be a point. Nice thing is with you're having this third mat going on over here, wrestlers do come up on it. The teammates are allowed to come over and watch them. They just need to stay spread out in the stands. So they got somebody who's able to come over there and cheer them on. Rockbridge shot. Come around here. The wrestler has a whistle in. His pants on. Watch that here. And I got 2 points for a takedown. Makes our match 4-0 in favor of Rockbridge. All right, finish that match up. Originally I'm at Fleetwood had Caleb Davison coming up. His wrestler, I don't believe made weights. He received a forfeit. So it's into the semifinals. So now we're jumping to our 220-pound match. The first 220-pound bout we have over here is going to be Bryce Hall from Rockbridge County, taking on Colby Ferguson from Brookville. Hall's had a really good year. I know he haven't wrestled a whole lot, but I believe he's something like 8-0 at this point. And he made a big jump up in weight class. Last year he was wrestling like 145, 152. This year he jumped all the way up to 220 pounds. So he just made a big jump in weight class. And he's actually doing much better at 220 than he was at the lighter weights. Looks like the Brookville wrestler is not here right now, so somebody's running out to go get him. Looks like our Brookville wrestlers here, Rockbridge wrestlers here, they are ready to go. Looks like Rockbridge has the 2-0 advantage going into the second period. Rockbridge County takes them down. And we got one escape. Rockbridge up 3-0 early in the second period. And once again, Rockbridge County working on that, rushing, drop it down to a single. Cover the hips here. And gets his, not yet, 2 points for a takedown. Rockbridge Wrestlers up 5-0. Bryce Hall. He's a 10th grader from Rockbridge County. He has a very tight point combination now with the half. You got a lot of time on the clock to work with. We got over 50 seconds. And there's the fall. Bryce Hall, Rockbridge County gets the fall. Coming up next, after they disinfect the mat, we should have Carson Meadows taking the mat. Carson's going to be going up against Will Donovan. He's a junior from Western Albemarle. Good, much better. This will be our last bout in the opening round of wrestling. Once this finishes up, we're going to be going to a round of consolations.
Let's go, Carson.
With them. Yeah, championship and consolation. So we'll be doing the championship semis, first round consolations right after this match is done. So we have Meadows. It's tying up pretty hard. It's Will Donovan from Western Albemarle. Will's a junior, Carson's a sophomore.
That stands low, Carson.
Reaching out, tapping Carson's head, trying to get him to react. They tap the head, trying to get the opponent to raise their hands. Yeah, Western Albemarle in on a shot. Meadows rolling hard, he defends. Defends back to neutral position. Adjust that headgear quickly, back to work. And first period in, 0-0 going into the second. Had a little bit of action there again. And Meadows shoots him down to start the second period. Quick sit out, turn in, gets 1 point for the state. So close to get 2 on that reversal. Yeah, back to the three. He's leading 1-0 early in the second period. I don't think here or not, but Coach Anthony's calling him for moving his feet. They want to be standing still. You want to keep moving. Opponent's in on a shot. Meadows is whizzing hard as they go out of bounds. Coming back to center. Easton up at 35 going about. Meadows up 1-0. Exciting fighting taking place here. Listen, Western Albemarle in on shot. Meadows defending.
Keep that.
And hit front head and arm. He let his opponent go out of that. Front head and arm is a really good offensive position. Just gotta keep working at that. Back to the feet. We got 40 seconds remaining in the period. Meadows up 1-0. All right, we got 30 seconds to go in the period.
Let's go, Carson.
Lots of inside hand fighting going on.
Let's go, Carson.
Taking a few shots. And Meadows in on a shot. He's driving deep. And gets defended. And out of bounds. Let's go takedown. That's a nice shot. Just couldn't quite finish. We got 4 seconds to go in the period. 3, 2, 1. And we're going into the third period. Meadows is up 1-0. Western Albemarle has choice. He is taking down position. Smart choice, in my opinion. If he comes out, 1 point to tie it up. He can get a reversal. 2 points to get him the lead. All right, Meadows going to work on top here. And Meadows the bar on, he spins behind. Good breakdown, good control. He's got a 2-on-1 wrist glove going on here. Get y'all doing a little bit here. Western Albemarle to his feet. Now he brings him back down.
Let's go, Carson.
Western Albemarle comes back up. And he gets the escape. We are tied up 1-1. We got a minute 15 to go in the match. Inside control. So good head position here. All right, just keep the hands up. We got just under a minute to go. Guys, with the head inside, we got 45 seconds remaining in the match. We are tied up 1-1. Albemarle had a couple really nice shots on, but hasn't been able to capitalize on those. Meadows been able to fend those off. He gets the front head and arm. Oh, he lets him back out. Once you do enough, this you get front head and arm. Really snap your opponent down, try to spin behind, try to get your points for a takedown. We got 15 seconds to go to the match. Meadows in on a shot. Oh, he's coming around. We got a good single leg. We got less than 10 seconds to go. We're going to finish him out. Meadows is bedded out. He's got the leg nice and tight. I don't think he's going to give that up. 3, 2, 1. We are going to overtime. All right, good shot there, good attack. Wasn't able to quite capitalize that. All right, we're going into sudden victory overtime, which means we've got 1 minute on the clock. The first person to score in this period is going to be declared the winner of the match. What they don't want to do, you don't want to give a bad shot. You don't want to give a thing that's going to be easy points for your opponent. We're going into overtime.
Let's go, Carson.
Nice shot.
Let's go.
The wrestlers keeping their hands pretty low towards their knees.
Inside.
Up for a
Work
shot.
inside. Let's go,
His
Carson.
hands up and out a little bit more during the thing. Someone's coming in. We got 30 seconds to go in the period. 30 seconds to go. Western Albemarle in on shot. Meadows did the front hand on. Oh, he's trying to look. He's in a bad position here. Meadows gives up the takedown. Western Albemarle wins in overtime. That's a bit of an upset there. Actually, that's not a bit of an upset. That is an upset. Meadows was the 1 seed. He's going up against the number 4 coming out of that. What's going on there? I don't know. All right, so we're going to head back over to the other gym. I'm going to stop the feed right here. There's going to be a brief intermission between the bouts. And hey Heather, can you let me know? Can you hear me? Hey. Okay. Somebody texted somebody else and said they couldn't hear me. Just wanted to make sure everyone's hearing what's going on with that. All right, so that concludes our first round of wrestling. We're heading back into the main gym. We got a few guys that are going to be coming up on both sides of the bracket. Now, just because Meadows lost that match, by no means does that mean he's out of the tournament. Makes the route a little more difficult at this point. So what he has to do, he has to win his way back to the Wrestleback side of the bracket and take third place. Now, if he takes third place and the guy who takes second, he hasn't wrestled at this point, there'll be a chance to wrestle him for a true second. And so he's not done. He can still work on qualifying for states. Just the route got a little bit more difficult. He is definitely capable of coming back and doing this. Okay. All right, so since we don't have any more wrestlers coming up in this this round, I'm gonna go ahead and stop my feed at this point. It's gonna give me a chance to charge the batteries and save them a little bit, and we'll pick back up probably in about 10 minutes.